Hello everyone, I'm Kaitlin.
And I'm Jillian.
And we are the hosts of the OK Drama podcast.
We're two friends recap and break down K-dramas one episode at a time.
Hello.
Hi.
We're here, joined by Alex and Andrew.
Yay!
Bow, bow, bow. Cousin David too. He's here.
No.
In spirit.
In spirit.
No cousin David. So yeah, as you can probably tell by the title of this episode, we're here to talk some Parasite, people.
Mm-hmm.
So, just quickly before I plagiarize Wikipedia, what did everybody think of the movie?
Well, don't we want to also ask for subscribers?
Sure.
Business first. I like it.
If you're new to the podcast, we would wholeheartedly, even if you're not new, wholeheartedly appreciate a 5-star rating and a review. They're very helpful for helping other people find the podcast, and they make us feel really good.
Mm-hmm.
You can also follow us on the social medias, OK Drama Podcast on Facebook and Instagram, and at OK Drama Pod on Twitter. And you can email us, okdramapodcast@gmail.com. This episode is going up in between our final Hotel de Luna podcast and our Hotel de Luna recap episode.
Yes.
So in between that time, the polls should still be open, so you guys can cast your votes in our OK Drama Awards.
They're very prestigious.
They're very prestigious. So many great winners of the past, and
It's kind of a big deal.
we are looking forward to handing out some awards next week. So make sure you cast your vote, have your voice heard, and tune in so you can see who comes home a big winner.
The Hall of Champions.
Yes. And again, I think Jill and I might do a recap of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have one really big award show. I mean, there might be a red carpet. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just some thoughts.
Some champagne.
Yeah. Anyway.
Also, like, all of our episodes are recap episodes, so they're all spoilers. But this is like a mega spoiler for a new movie
Mm-hmm.
that is fresh out. So just if you haven't watched Parasite, maybe pause this and then go watch it at your local theater
Mm-hmm.
and then come back and hit play.
And this is not a companion podcast to be listened to during the movie.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Don't
no,
do that.
wait. If you sync up at the 5-second mark of the podcast and the 20-second mark of the movie,
Oh my god.
you can see when Toto gets caught
Oh my god.
by the Wicked Witch.
Oh my god, no. But you can do that. You can do that with The Wizard of Oz and Beck.
Beck too?
Yeah.
And
Beck.
not just Pink Floyd?
Yeah. Beck's Odelay, I believe.
Mm.
And it's really cool. But I forgot
What-
where the timestamp stamp is.
What's Odelay from? What movie is
It's
that?
it's from Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah,
She's
so
like-
lots of spoilers on this one.
Yes.
Odelay.
Does he, or is he like, Orale?
That might be it.
Oh,
I don't know.
that's probably what he says, but I just always hear that. But back to Parasite, people.
Yay!
So just like very quickly, maybe just a couple of sentences, how you feel. We're gonna go into like a deep dive later, but just off the bat, do you like it?
I like me some good social commentary, and that movie gets, it's unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
It gets real weird
Mhm.
in ways I didn't expect.
Yeah, I knew the premise, but that was basically it, and I was shocked
Mm-hmm.
with how it ended. It was very good. I thought all the performances were really well done. It seemed so realistic in a way, but also like almost like fantasy
Yeah.
driven at the same time. It was really interesting how they were able to accomplish that. But yeah, I would recommend. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Alex?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Good.
All the above.
It was humorous, shocking,
Mm-hmm.
scary,
Check.
unpredictable,
Yeah.
and it left you like feeling a little weird after.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get to that.
It was maybe one of my favorites of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of tweets about that. So, on to our plagiarizing Wikipedia section. Donate. All right. So, Parasite, the Korean.
You may notice these ads.
Korean, it is Gi Sang-jung. It is a 2019 South Korean dark comedy thriller film directed by Bong Joon-ho. He also wrote the film's story and co-wrote the screenplay with Jin-won. We just recorded a Hotel de Luna episode, so all of my names are like getting twisted. So yeah, Han Jin-won. The film stars Song Kang-ho, Lee Soon-kyun, Jo Yo-jong, Choi Woo-sik, and Park So-dam, and follows a young man from a poor household who begins to tutor a rich family's daughter, leading to his parents and sister also infiltrating the wealthy lives. Parasite had its world premiere at the 2019 Cannes Film Festival on May 21st, 2019, Alex's birthday. Wow. Where?
I don't want you to give that to me.
Sorry.
What are we going to do with that?
Don't at me on my birthday. It won't make me feel super special.
Okay.
Well, you shall get nothing then on your birthday.
Do you want to say your birthday, Andrew, so people can find you and wish you happy birthday?
Maybe you could give them your Venmo account and they'll Venmo you $1 on your birthday.
Wow.
November 11th, I got PayPal, Venmo.
Okay.
11/11, y'all.
It already
It's
passed.
special.
But Andrew, I mean, I don't know if you want me to give away your age, but Andrew will be turning 30 next November. Mm-hmm. So maybe if we're still doing this podcast,
You could give him $3.
yeah.
Everybody give him $3.
I'm not above the charity.
$1 per decade. That's the
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I'm not too good for it.
So it premiered May 2019. It won the Palme d'Or. Do you guys know how to pronounce that?
Palme d'Or.
D'Or. The Palme d'Or.
You gotta
D'Or.
you gotta almost say the apostrophe.
Palme d'Or.
Palme d'Or.
Okay.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
It is the grand prize at the Cannes Film Festival.
Is that how you say it?
Cannes?
Mm-hmm.
Cannes?
I don't know.
It is either Cannes or Cannes.
I've always
Not
heard,
cans.
Not Cannes.
Well, I've always thought like Cannies or something like
Not
Definitely not.
Cannes.
Canis.
Canis.
Definitely not.
Canes.
I'm pretty sure it's
Canes.
Cannes.
You
Yeah.
get some pretty good chicken there.
But I
Oh
say
my
Cannes.
It's all about the sauce.
Oh my god.
That's all anyone cares about.
I think your pronunciation is close enough.
Yes.
I mean, I'm doing my best. And that's all you can really ask for in a person, right? Moving on. It was the first Korean film to receive the award, and the first film to do so with a unanimous vote since 2013's Blue is the Warmest Color. It was selected as a South Korean entry for Best International Feature at the 92nd Academy Awards. So, wow. It has received widespread critical acclaim and earned $114 million worldwide, becoming Bong's highest grossing release.
Wow.
So, great job,
Give it up.
everybody. Moving on to Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, there's a lot to unpack there.
Is it certified fresh?
It is. Boy, is it. The critics' consensus. An urgent, brilliantly layered look at timely social themes. Parasite finds writer-director Bong Joon-ho in a near total command of his craft. The tomato...
Tomato.
That's the laugh. That's the laugh.
What?
Did he do that laugh?
Yeah, I think so.
What
I said that you laughed at a joke Mr. Kim made.
And I said, I know
Hotel
the laugh
Luna.
that Alex did. I
It was
know.
like a really dumb joke. And I was like, oh, Alex thought that was really funny. And she asked,
And
like, how did he laugh?
I said, I know the laugh. And she's like, do it. And I was like, I can't do it. In my head, I hear it, though. But I figured that was the laugh.
The bartender.
What joke did he make?
It wasn't necessarily a joke he made, but it was when he was confused about why Manuel said she was happy.
Oh, because he couldn't pick up
That
that
she
liked him.
yeah, and that he liked her. Yeah.
Scholar Kim.
Scholarkin, sorry. So,
Andrew doesn't even know who y'all are talking about right now.
No, I've seen the hotel show.
so the tomato meter,
Not the mater meter.
not the tomato meter.
It should be called that.
99% from critics, guys.
Wow.
Of 283
Who's
reviews.
the one asshole?
Right. 93% from the audience score, which was consisting of 1,599 ratings.
Why not 1,600?
I mean, maybe it's up to 1,600 now. I admittedly put this together like last week.
I'm just saying,
Or-
someone could have just brought their friend with them. Just one person. We could have.
We could have written a Rotten Tomatoes review.
No, we could have brought an extra friend and it would have been even 1,600.
That's not saying 1,600 people saw it. It's saying 1,600 people gave a rating on tomato.
Well,
On
you should-
tomatoes.
on tomato meter.
on the tomato meter.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You should leave a rating so you can be as solid as 1,600.
It's probably over 1,600 now.
Probably.
We'll see.
It's moving in real time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This is dating the podcast and this outline that I wrote.
Give me only the bad reviews.
I didn't write any down. I couldn't really... I mean, everyone really liked it. What a great film. Right?
Hooray.
Hooray! So, quickly moving on to, hey, it's that guy. So, Choi Woo-shik played Ki Woo in the movie. He is the son of the poor family. He was the baseball player in Train to Busan. Jung Ji-so played Da-hee, who was the rich daughter. She is the teen version of the female lead character named Oh Yeon-ju in W, Two Worlds Apart, which is
The sequel.
which was the drama I was getting confused with.
Oh, okay. With the movie that we saw?
Yeah, totally different.
Okay, okay.
So what's the movie that we saw called? Something about...
Wait, which one?
The one with the firefighter.
Is it something with the gods?
Yeah, along with the gods. Okay.
And then it's got like a secondary name.
Yeah,
to it.
so the
Fuck.
movie is Along with the Gods, The Two Worlds, and then it's Along with the Gods, The Last 49 Days. But this drama is called W, The Two Worlds.
Mhm.
So that's why it gets confusing in my brain. But that drama is about a comic book or like webtoon character that becomes sentient and realizes that he is a fictional character. And like people are like going in and out of like the comic book world and like the real world through a tablet. Yes, it's good.
That kind of sounds like Wreck-It Ralph.
I never saw Wreck-It Ralph.
I only saw like 20
You never
minutes.
saw
Oh my
it?
god. Oh my god.
Oh. The first one is very, very good.
Oh, that's what I hear.
Second one is okay. I enjoyed it,
Mm-hmm.
but I liked the first one a lot more.
I wonder if it's on Disney Plus. That's a Disney
It
movie,
was
right?
on Netflix, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. Yeah, I put it on one night. And I was like 20 minutes in, and I was like, "Oh, they're video game characters." I was like, "What's going on?" It was one of those times where I was like looking at my phone, falling asleep. You know how Kyle watches Hotel de Luna.
Wow.
It's true. It's true though. I don't know. Y'all are fucking gunning me down. You're not wrong.
I told him today he didn't have to watch anymore. Like, I'm not gonna force you to watch. But he's just not into it. And I said, but it's because you're on your phone, so you don't know what's happening. You don't know Korean. That's what Kaitlin said.
There was like an episode where I didn't pay attention, and then after that, I couldn't bring myself to care.
I mean, it's
I don't
hard,
know.
but it's also very good.
I
It's a
know.
good one.
What do you think, Alex? This is a sneak preview of our Hotel de Luna.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
You're missing out. I mean, you could just listen
I'll
to
just
our
listen to the
podcast.
podcast. That's-
I don't know. And then give us like a good rating or whatever.
Off mic, there is a website called dramabeans.com. They give very detailed, very good written recaps if you don't want to listen
That's off the record.
to an hour and a half podcast.
We're off the books.
I was all messed up on the last episode. I was like, wait, so what happened?
Oh.
You can't have to pause it and she had to explain it. And I was like, I still don't understand why you need to fucking tell her the truth. Anyway.
We'll get to that later. Onwards. Lee Jung-eun, who played Moon Gwang, which was the original housekeeper, She was the mom in While You Were Sleeping, and in a lot of other dramas that I have almost seen, including Oh My Ghost, Fight for My Way, Weightlifting Fairy Kim Bokju, and Miss Hammurabi. I have almost started all of those, or have watched like the first 5 minutes and been like, I can't commit to this right now, and turned it off.
Is Hammurabi the like eye for an eye thing? Hammurabi's law or something?
Code of Hammurabi.
I have no idea, but that drama is about a rookie prosecutor, or rookie judge, I think. He's like
that makes sense.
That does make sense. All right. Maybe I will revisit that one. And finally, Park Seo-joon, who played Min Hyuk, who was the friend from the beginning who gave Ki-wook the rock. He was in What's Wrong with Secretary Kim, Fight for My Way, and Hwarang, and a lot of other things. He is my mom's favorite actor. He's a lot of people's favorite actor.
Specifically, though, your mom. The friend?
Yeah, Park Seo-joon at the beginning.
Oh, okay. But isn't he in something? Isn't he BTS or something like that?
No, he's not in BTS. I just went over what he's in.
I'm sorry.
That would have been the first thing she said.
This is the segment where we ask, is he in BTS? Not everyone.
Well, there's a BTS connection in that he was in Hwarang, and one of the members of BTS was also in that drama. So he's very good friends with one of the members of BTS.
Man, I thought you said something about BTS and that guy.
Probably that he's really good friends with one of the members of BTS.
Yeah, that's the sub-segment of, wait, it's that guy. Is he in BTS?
How are they connected to BTS?
Is it BTS, though?
So the funny thing about going into that movie for me was that for some reason, I don't know if it's just a bad recollection or it's actually happening, but I could swear that director was going to make a movie with a bunch of Western actors, and I could swear in my head it was Chris Evans.
He did.
He did? Okay. So I went into that movie thinking I was going to see Chris Evans, because I was like, oh, she said something about Chris Evans?
Oh.
And I was like...
Yeah, that was when we were scrolling through Netflix, and I was like, oh, Snowpiercer. That's directed by the same guy that directed Parasite, but it has Chris Evans in it.
Yeah, and then during the Alamo Drafthouse previews, they kept having Chris Evans. So I was like, oh, I guess it is this movie, but guess not.
What a shock.
I know.
For an all-Korean cast.
We got to the end, and I was like,
where was he?
A very, Korean movie, too.
Snowpiercer, though, is a very good movie.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, really good.
See Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
Is it?
And it's got Tilda Swinton in it.
Is it in English?
Yeah. It's totally like Western film.
There's just two Korean characters in it.
Yeah.
We talk briefly in Korean, but majority of it is American.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good.
Swinton. She's the monk in all the Avenger movies.
Yes.
Yes. Indeed.
I like
And
her
she's
look.
the alien in The Dead Don't Die.
Mm-hmm.
The Dead Don't Die.
I'm thinking zombies.
Ghouls.
The undead.
And she looks like David Bowie.
I was gonna say, I like her because she's very androgynous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Plays-
people always say that if there's ever a true Bowie biopic, she should play him.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. That's cool.
She plays a really weird character in Snowpiercer. I mean, they're always weird characters.
Mm-hmm.
But what
great.
do you say about Snowpiercer? That
What
it's
do I
just
say?
what?
Oh, that's not my theory.
But you always say it now.
I don't want to say it.
Say it.
Snowpiercer might share a lot with another property, another film, and literature.
And I told you about it.
Say it again.
There's a theory that Snowpiercer is a sort of sequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes. My bad, I forgot that.
You had said that last time.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like I did.
He said that at Draft House.
Yeah, he said something about something being a sequel to, and I guess that's what it was. The whole time I was expecting Chris Evans is the point, as I was saying.
I was just waiting for Chris Evans.
I was like, where is he?
What's your favorite character?
I want to
Your
see
favorite
Scarlett Johansson too. Is she in it?
Oh my god.
You just want Avengers again?
Yeah, and then they have the preview of that movie that's like the Clue
And
knockoff.
Knives Out.
Yeah.
Clue knockoff.
Well,
It's just a mystery.
no, well, it's basically Clue. I mean, y'all seen Clue?
I have seen
every
Clue.
whodunit movie is just a Clue ripoff.
Well, yeah, basically. And he's in that too, so I was like, okay, they're showing previews for Chris Evans' movies. So he's going to be in this.
That Knives Out has been like the preview for Knives Out has been in front of every movie we've seen.
That's true.
The last
So-
7 movies.
Yes,
Which I'm very excited to see it.
It looks good.
You know I love a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
I also love
mystery.
Some foul play.
I also love heists. So
Is
if
that
you
one-
combine the two,
Not to be all like super pretentious, but that one's Ryan Johnson too, right?
Mm-hmm. So pretentious.
Well, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, directors. I follow everything a director does.
directors.
Yeah.
All right.
Cut the last 5 minutes.
So I wanted to include a little say what portion because
Say what?
because I read several articles about the film, just trying to like fully understand it before we had this conversation, and there were a lot of like very Korean things, and so I just wanted to see like if we had all clocked them and maybe offer some context. So the susok, which is the Korean viewing stone, had y'all ever heard of that before? No. Okay, I had seen those featured in I think 2 other dramas. There's one drama where one of like the dad of the main character is like obsessed with them, and so he has like a little office area just filled with these stones. But they are naturally occurring shaped rocks, also known as gongshi, which are Chinese scholars' rocks. They're basically votive art that has been used for the past 3,000 years, and began to be seen as worthy of scholars 1,000 years ago. The art usually works on 3 scales: large installations of monumental shaped stones as ornamental gates, medium-sized stones shaped for landscape decoration with Korean gardens, and the smaller shaped stones for scholars' tables, which is the most important.
They're sorcerer's stones.
Exactly. So yeah, they're.
Scholar Kim should have one, right?
I mean, maybe we'll see a
Maybe
scholar
he does.
stone in his little flashback. But yeah, basically, I don't know if you could tell, but they kind of, as this again Wikipedia article said, they're kind of just like shaped almost like mountain ranges or something like that, and people like take really good care of them, like they polish them and clean them up, and some people like go hiking looking for these rocks. Yeah,
And some people use them as weapons.
some
It also
people
happens to be the right shape.
to bash someone in the head with. You can really get a good grip on it. Spoilers. Okay.
Wait, what?
Ramdon. Have you heard of this? Ramdon. Do you remember this from the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is from an LA Times article. So those fluent in Korean would tell you that the housewife in the movie is actually directing her maid to prepare a popular Korean quick food, japakuri, a word so hard to translate for the English subtitles. Parasite translator Darcy Packett chose instead to invent a name not known in any language, but that would merge the words ramen and udon. Bong said he came up with the steak on a pile of instant noodles as a way of showing how the wealthy housewife wanted to please her young son, but how she also regarded japakuri as food for commoners. So what she actually made was not udon, because I was like, why would they call it ramdon? Because what she didn't make was udon, because udon is like soup.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what that was is doing the black bean noodles and combining them with ramen. So that's why they were more saucy and not soupy.
That sounds good.
It looked good.
You should make that.
Okay, maybe I will. We have both ramen and black bean noodles at home.
And then we can use like Beyond Meat or something like that.
Or we can just eat them without the steak as the commoners do.
Yeah, I guess so.
We are commoners.
Some seitan. Really good.
Seitan would be good.
Satan.
Satan.
Praise Satan.
Hail Satan.
So I think that japaguri name comes from combining the two brands of the things. Again, this is from the article. This is something kids like regardless of the rich or poor, Bong explained via email. But the rich wife couldn't stand her kid to eat this cheap noodle, so she adds a sirloin topping.
Well, that adds to the theme of the movie.
There's also a Vulture article written by Alex Jung, who is a great follow on Twitter. I won't get into the whole thing, but I'll link the article in the show notes. It's very good. and I recommend reading it if you want a little bit more insight on like the context of the movie and like how it really goes into specifically Korean culture.
Do you want me to read anything?
I'm dead.
Okay.
Oh, if you want to read this quote, the Twitter quote from...
All right. Is this a Twitter quote from that guy?
Right.
From the actual... From Bong Joon-ho.
Oh, okay.
I just found it on Twitter.
Let Kaitlin compose herself.
Drink some Gatorade for a little bit.
She did, and it made it worse.
So Kaitlin has a quote here from the director, Bong Joon-ho. That quote says, "Water flows from top to bottom. I think that's the tragic and sad element of this film. Water always flows from the rich to the poor. It never flows the other way."
Word.
Yeah, it's like very evident in the scene where
Water
They're-
actually
Yes,
literally-
where they
They are
literally get flooded
actually
out.
showing, yeah.
And I mean that used to be like how the Romans did it, right? Like the higher you were, the richer you were, because they would like all throw their literal shit down, and it would like make its way to the poor people.
Sure.
I think so, and that's how they invented those like bridge things,
Aqueducts.
Aqueducts. There you go.
Yeah, they invented gravity. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they straight up like cut from a rich toilet to the poor toilet, don't they? There's like a lot of scenes just smashing together.
But I did quite like the location of the poor toilet.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
thought it was
yeah.
just kind of cool
Is
how
that-
it was on
maybe
steps.
That's common. Of
I don't
those
know.
types of homes. I
It
don't
just
know.
looked cool.
I mean, I was never in a poor person's place in Korea, but their bathroom seemed
Fine.
like
Normal.
like normal bathrooms where we were staying.
Just
Yeah.
you just don't have a shower curtain. That was the only difference.
There's water at the bottom of the ocean.
Yep, this is true. Do y'all want to go into the awards? Let's start from one of the easier ones. So, favorite character. Who's your favorite character?
I'll go first.
Okay,
My favorite character was the sister, because
that was mine too.
yeah, she was smart and she was confident, and it seemed like she was the designer of their plan.
She orchestrated the thing.
Yeah.
She's very crafty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also like how she kind of like didn't take shit from the rich people. Like she wasn't
Yeah.
intimidated by them at all, and I feel like she is definitely one of those people that is kind of a victim to their circumstances, where you can tell like if she were born in just even like a slightly more well-off family, like she
It's like
probably
a middle class.
she probably could have done very well for herself. But yeah, poverty is hard to get
You
out
saw
of.
her Photoshop skills.
Yeah.
And even like towards the end, we'll dive into it more, but like when shit really goes crazy and her dad is like, just don't even worry about it, like I'll deal with it, she doesn't quite feel right about that.
Mm-hmm.
And she has like morals and wants to do the right thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
What do y'all think?
I would agree. She was a good character.
Mm-hmm. Her little like song to remember her
Yes.
identity
Uh-huh.
was trending on Twitter, and she like broke it down. Like the actress made a separate video.
That's funny.
Illinois, Chicago.
Yeah, Jessica, only child, Illinois, Chicago.
Is that your favorite as well?
That's my favorite.
Okay.
No, the house is my favorite.
The house.
That was a really good house.
Yeah. It was interesting. I think it was in that Vulture article. He talks about how that house, I think, mostly actually exists in Korea, and they like just digitally made the huge windows, but it's based on a real house. And people were surprised that like houses actually exist like that in Seoul, because everything is like so squished together.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, they do. There's like a very specific neighborhood where like super, super rich people live, where houses like that exist.
I think we walked through one that was like that when you got your nails done,
Yeah, well, that was in
Did.
Gangnam.
which is rich people.
Yeah, but there's like even more specific neighborhoods within like the larger.
It's like in San Antonio, the Dominion is like where all the Spurs players live, but like in other parts nearby, like yeah, it's still rich, but it's not the Dominion. So the other parts are Gangnam.
Well, I think it's like as if there's the Dominion, and then there's a specific subdivision, like
Oh, the Dominion.
that would be like this example.
Makes sense.
All right, congratulations, Jessica, aka what was her actual Korean name?
Is it Kijung?
Oh, Kijang.
Kijung?
Yeah, congratulations,
And R.I.P.
Jessica Kijang. Yeah, R.I.P.
Uh-oh.
Not the actress, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite moment. And it could be any kind of moment.
then we all sit in silence for 2 minutes while we remember the moments of the movie.
I really liked it. I don't know if it was a moment, but I really liked kind of the montage scene of seeing how the whole family made it in to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Because like what's his face? Kiwon gets in there, and then the rest of the family joins like pretty quickly afterwards. I just like seeing how they
kick everyone out.
how they made their little heist plan.
So it's totally a heist thing.
I
and
love
Kayla loves heists.
I love heists. I love seeing people plan stuff.
You want,
It's thrilling
you
to
want
me.
music that goes bam, 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 dam, dam, dam,
Uh-huh.
dam.
Yeah, I want a really like bass heavy soundtrack.
I like anytime they were dusting the housekeeper's neck with peach fuzz.
Oh, yeah. So
Clever.
fucked up. I read again when I was doing the research for this. I read. I think he did a Reddit AMA. Bong Joon-ho, that's his name.
Yeah.
And someone asked him like what inspired him to include the peach specifically, and they asked like, "Are you allergic to peaches? Like, how did you come up with that?" And he said that in college he had a friend who talked about being like really allergic to peaches, and all of his friends thought that that person was just being dramatic, and so they threw a peach at him, and he got really sick. And like I think he had to go to the hospital, or he got like really red, and they all felt really bad.
It's
And
like that scene in Freaks and Geeks.
yeah, and he said like in the Reddit post like, "I didn't throw the peach, I swear it wasn't me." But I guess that was to like kind of pay homage to
Mm-hmm.
that friend.
Well, these people didn't feel bad after.
No, they didn't, and I was like, allergies are serious, guys.
Yeah. I mean, she could have died the first time.
Yeah. And then they go on to say that she has TB. Wow.
And then when they're in the fight later on, she goes and runs and grabs the peaches and he's like rubbing them on her.
I love the hot sauce in the trash can.
Yeah.
I think maybe one of my favorite scenes is that whole like fight scene moment,
Mm.
because it's so dramatic and intense and you don't know what's going to happen.
It's like really chaotic.
And they have the video
Mhm.
and they're like ready to hit send and everyone's trying to get to the
Oh,
phone
God.
and it's just like, oh, will they send it or will they
Yeah,
not? Like,
it's-
what's going to happen here?
It's so chaotic. It's so stressful. That was definitely a part where I had like my hands over my mouth. Like
Mhm.
I was waiting like someone's going to fucking die right now. Like,
Yeah.
something's going to happen
I was surprised no one died.
in that moment.
moment,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think my favorite moment was at the end. Like when they just like killed everybody.
Mm.
Because I was like, yeah, get them.
You were on the side of get the rich guy or get the crazy guy?
I'm team
Or-
poor people's side. I mean, I'm poor, so I get it. Sometimes I want to throw a knife through someone's heart.
Oh god. Yeah, it was really heartbreaking. The like how the smell thing just like really brought him over the edge.
Yeah, that was sad.
Mm-hmm. Because like for the most part, if we're like trying to be fair, the rich people, they weren't that bad to the family. Like,
Yeah,
they
if
weren't-
anything, they were nice. Like
They weren't mean. They were just very privileged and didn't really understand.
Right.
Like,
but if we're playing like devil's advocate, like it's not their fault that they don't understand.
yeah.
And like they were never outright like
Mean
you
or, like,
stink,
yeah, you're
and-
gross.
he wouldn't have even known that they thought that if he wasn't hiding under their coffee table.
Mhm.
Yeah, they did a good job of doing that. Of like, making sure like it's realistic that just because you're rich doesn't mean you're naturally a bad person or anything like that. But like, it's like what her line said. Like, they're not nice because, or they're not rich because they're nice.
Mm-hmm.
They're nice because they're rich. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah,
They don't have any worries to
Yeah.
weigh them down.
Yeah.
That's true. What a good movie.
Also, another very good scene is when she's trying to make the food right before they get there, and it's like, is she going to finish it? Or are they going to finish cleaning? Mm-hmm. And the old housekeeper is running back up the stairs, and she just fucking kicks her as hard as possible, and down the fucking stairs she goes, like, fuck. And then hits her head.
So stressful, yeah.
Oh my god, just that fucking kick.
It reminded me of the Spurs played basketball last week, and they played against the Lakers, and Derek White got hit midair, and he slammed on the ground, and it was loud. Like, you could hear it over the broadcast.
You could, and when they did it in slow motion, you see him just hit his head.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those where he was like Alex said, like either going up for a layup or a dunk. So like his whole body was in the air, and then it went from being like whatever, straight up and down to like 90 degrees. Like he just landed on
like someone toppled him on his top half, and he just ended up flat.
Yeah.
And you could hear
so scary.
Yeah, I thought of that when she hit her head, because it was like the same sound. I was like, ay. But Derek's fine because he's got that fuzz.
Also, he's landing on a basketball court and not stone stairs. Cement stairs.
Have you seen Derek White's hair? He's got like a bullet. That's what they call it.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea who that is.
So this almost could have been the Sixth Man.
Mm-hmm. It could have definitely been the Sixth Man. I forgot about that movie until like a year ago, and I was like, oh, that movie's awesome.
I think about that movie like
I don't know.
Once every 2 years.
I don't know what they're talking about.
I only saw it once. I want to rewatch it.
You don't know what they're talking about.
I'm gonna cut this part out.
Oh, he has a heart attack. I thought he like dunked too hard and fell.
No, he did dunk. Maybe he had a heart attack on the dunk.
What are you talking about?
There's a movie called The Sixth Man.
Brothers Kenny and Antoine Tyler have always wanted to be basketball heroes. But tragedy strikes during a game when Kenny, a superstar of the family, sustains a fatal heart attack while playing.
Mm-hmm.
This is a movie?
Yeah, and then he's a ghost throughout the whole movie. And
when
he's
was this movie made?
Helping
in the 90s.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
He's helping his brother become an NBA player.
He's the Sixth Man.
Yeah,
but does he like possess him like Hotel de Luna style, or is he just like a little coach?
He's like an angel coach.
I think he
like angels in the outfield.
Yes, it's angels in the outfield but with basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think he like catches the ball sometimes and puts it in the hoop for him. Like
goaltending.
That's not regulate. Yeah, that's
Okay, well,
maybe he might possess some people.
Maybe
I don't remember.
I could see some shenanigans.
I'd watch that.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it was a good movie, but
no,
I'd watch it.
I want to rewatch it.
Is Angels in the Outfield a good movie? I've seen it. I haven't seen it since I was a child, though.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Have you seen Angels in the Outfield?
I don't know
my god!
Okay.
Jogo.
Angels. And then that goes into, are you an angel?
Are you an angel? I carved this for you from a fucking tree or whatever. And then there was like Angels in the End Zone or something.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
All that shit aside, Angels in the Outfield is like a good classic 90s
kids sports movie.
Okay.
It's not that good.
It's got
it's a nostalgia thing. I think.
Is Christopher Lloyd in
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And he's one of the angels.
Mm-hmm.
Just Gordon-Levitt is not an angel,
and
but
Tony
he
Danza.
sees that Tony Danza is in it.
He's the baseball player. He's the actual baseball player.
Oh, I like the line, God, if there is a God. I don't remember what the rest is, but I'm pretty sure the preview for that was on a VHS that I owned. So I always saw the preview. So just God, if there is a God, like stuck in my head.
I've probably seen the preview more than I've seen the movie because of the same reason. I think it was on a VHS. Yeah.
Kaitlin, every single time she does like a little joke prayer, she's like, God, if there is a God, please turn me into a bird so I can fly far.
I combined Angels in the Outfield with the prayer from Forrest Gump. So, anyway, congratulations to
Did you give your favorite
to Angels in the Outfield?
Yeah, I said the whole planning scene.
Oh, did you give your favorite scene?
I talked about the peach stuff.
Oh, okay. I should check.
Did you give your favorite?
I gave mine. I gave two.
Yeah.
Mine was the stabbing of the heart.
Yeah.
That one won, right?
Everyone's a winner in this movie.
or the flooding, the flooded home.
The flooding, yeah. That was sad.
Yeah, that made me feel sad. I was like, wow, this movie turned like its tone in so many different directions.
Mm-hmm.
Just sitting on the toilet while it's spewing
shit
on your on her phone.
That is one of my answers coming up. Spoiler. All right, next award. Okay. Most heartbreaking moment. And this is getting into what I was saying. I thought Jessica / Ki-jung sitting on the toilet smoking while literal shit is flying everywhere was pretty heartbreaking. It was just like...
It's like, this is my life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she just came from the highest highs.
Yeah, she came
low.
from, like, laying in this amazing sofa, eating dog treats on accident.
Yeah, and, like, being in the most luxurious bubble bath, watching TV.
And just
So, like,
being
rock
drunk with her
bottom.
family.
Uh-huh. Also, the ending, like, where you, for a split second, think, like, oh, man, like, the son made it. And then they cut back to him writing the letter in their tiny-ass house and just realizing, like, the son's never going to.
Yeah, he's never going to make it.
Point. And, like, what's going to happen to dad?
I took it as they cut to the future, but it is the actual future, but then cut back to him rewriting it. Like, don't worry, audience, it will happen.
I did wonder about that, if it was...
But
well,
I guess it makes sense that way.
The director said in that Vulture article that it's sad because you know he's never going to make it.
Okay, well, that answers that question.
You're living with the optimism.
Yeah, you're living with the optimism of capitalism, and we all know that don't work.
I'm always optimistic, so maybe that's why I was like, oh, he did it. No, yeah, he totally did it.
Yeah, when he was like going there with his mom, I was like, wow, like, I wonder how he did it, because why wouldn't he have done that from the beginning if he was able to earn money like that? And then you cut back and you're like, no, he didn't actually do it. He's just trying to be positive.
And it's also like, at that point, like, he was on trial for, I forgot what all of the stuff was that they charged him with or whatever, but it's like, it's hard to move up from there.
Yeah, like, how are you going to get a job? Unless you do, like, a startup.
Yeah.
Or just move out of Seoul. Or, I mean, Seoul's a big city. People don't really pay attention to you all the time. You can blend in and out pretty quick.
That's true. I mean, I don't know.
Just don't put it on your resume.
Background checks.
Just lie. Oh, yeah, I did it.
You can lie on a resume? That's crazy.
So here's a quote from the director. Hope is the emotional parasite in the film, the thing that keeps us going but sucks our marrow dry.
Wow, Bong Joon-ho.
Wow,
I know.
That's deep. Almost as deep as how that knife went into what's his face's heart.
Wow. Ouch. So, do you guys have another heartbreaking moment?
When she dies.
The sister.
Because she, like, they're trying to stop her from bleeding out, and she's even like, stop.
It hurts.
It hurts.
Yeah, where the dad is like faced with keeping up the ruse and like
because like that's not his daughter to them,
right? Exactly, and like drive this also maybe dying child to the hospital or try to save his daughter, or at least like be there with his daughter in her last moments. Yeah,
but then he wasn't, because he then stabbed and left, and then it was just the mom. That poor mom.
I think the housekeeper telling her husband, like, I can't see you.
Oh, yeah.
After she'd fallen.
She's like, I have a concussion.
More than that.
But just a little bit more, yeah.
Yeah, that was rough.
Things just turned really quickly.
I know.
From it being, like, shady with all of their like bad doings and getting everyone fired and like kind of comical, and then them having a good time, it just like
it happens so fast. Yeah. Stressful.
Yeah,
it's like that party happens the next day too.
Yeah,
like everything just it's so quick.
Yeah, and I obviously I think that's what they were trying to do, but like the contrast between like the stuff they had the night before, like having to deal with like everything, and then next day they're like, oh look, the rain made the trees and grass and flowers bloom and green, and they're all happy, and like
meanwhile their house is a shithole.
Yeah, and like literally a dead person in the basement that they don't know about, and Yeah.
Skeletons in their basement. I know it's closet. But...
And Dad smells.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's making faces.
Mm-hmm. Say it.
And then he's like, you really love her. And then he's like, stay out of my business.
Uh-huh.
Had he just been like, yes, I do. I
Don't
bet he
cross
would
the
have
line.
died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any other? Nope. Okay. Last award goes to the most shocking moment / biggest twist.
Gotta be when the guy strangles the son first, and he's about to make it out, and then he hits him. And then he just grabs the knife and fucking attends this party. And is just like standing in the back looking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And no one even notices him.
Yeah.
No one's paying attention.
Uh-huh.
And then he just walks up to that poor sister and stabs her.
I guess the biggest shock to me, which was, I guess, the catalyst for the movie turning, was realizing that there was a person living in the crawl space or whatever, like the bomb shelter.
Uh-huh.
That was maybe like the strangest moment for me. Like the
what? Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, it was realizing that he controls the lights.
The lights.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Crazy.
That was funny.
Oh yeah, how he like turns the lights on as the dad gets home.
And they say that Cincher's been acting funny.
Uh-huh.
But also is like tapping out Morse code, right?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To the boy. I felt so bad because we realized like the little boy saw that man when he was a few years ago, and that's
And
why
that was
he-
such a terrifying
That's so
moment.
creepy.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my
I
God.
would be
Stairs.
I would be scarred too.
Mm-hmm.
And then on his birthday he sees that person stab people.
And then his dad gets
And
stabbed
then his dad dies.
by
Yeah.
the driver.
That poor child.
Yeah, that kid is fucked.
Yeah. Man, they didn't ever show us what he typed in Morse code. Like, they got to help me, but then that was it. You know how the kid was staying out or whatever, and I was wanting them to talk about it. 'Cause
Maybe it was just help me over and over again.
maybe.
But yeah, I did not like how his forehead was all bloody because he was like,
Yeah, he was. Oof. It was bad.
yeah. What was your shocking moment?
There was a moment that I was literally like, "Oh, did not expect that,"
Oh.
but
What was that moment?
I don't remember.
You didn't leave an impression.
No.
No, I guess not. Or maybe just the whole moment what happened when everything turned bad. So maybe it was just kept compounding, and eventually I just forgot it.
Yeah. I was okay. I was surprised that the old housekeeper came back into it. Because honestly, I thought something was going to happen with the dogs. Because, like, the mom was, like, so obsessed with the dogs. And, like, the family seemed to not give a shit about the dogs. And I was thinking, like, oh,
yeah, like when she pushed the dog.
Yeah, like, one of the dogs is going to die. And that is going to be, like, the whole thing that brings the family down. And they're going to be like, oh, like, we're not even... Like, this dog is worth more to this family than, like, a human life or whatever. Didn't go that way at all. But, yeah.
Yeah, we don't even see the dogs after that night. Like, once they start fighting, the dog's like, fuck this.
Yeah. So.
I was upset at the main guys getting, like, intimate with the young girl. Because I'm like, one, she's young. But two, like, that's your friend's bro.
Yeah,
it was. She's not owned by him.
Yeah. It was
still.
just really quick too when it happened.
Yeah.
Like he didn't try to hold back at all. He was just like, "Oh, you want to kiss me? Okay."
Yeah.
Sure. And then she's all messed up too, if you think about it, because I mean, she saw him basically lifeless there, and she like carried him out, and then he ends up being who she didn't think he was.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
It's messy for everyone.
It is.
Yeah, no one's happy. Everyone's life is ruined.
Yeah.
In some way.
Okay. Final question. Who is the parasite?
I thought you said it was Hope.
Well, he said Hope is a parasite, but because it's kind of like the Pride and Prejudice, like who's proud and who's prejudiced. there's just been a lot of conversation on Twitter talking about who's the parasite. Is it the poor people sucking the, like, whatever resources out of the rich people? Or is it the rich people actually sucking the life out of poor people,
So that people
maintaining
live in
their wealth?
terrible conditions. It's like not letting the money.
Wait, does it turn out that we were the parasites the whole time?
Because we gave them money.
The parasite is you.
Maybe.
The consumer.
Yeah.
Everyone's a parasite. Maybe that's what it means.
True. Just something to think about.
Maybe
We're
there's
all
no
parasites.
answer, and that's okay.
Capitalism.
Like fleas and ticks are probably
All parasites in some way.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
cannibals in some way.
I'm a parasite on Caitlin's like cleaning abilities. I don't know how you're a parasite to me. I'm probably the only one that's.
No,
parasite to me.
I take advantage of, Alex, look at this thing on my car. Alex, look at this thing on the computer.
Far and few between, though.
Alex.
I use you for your musical brain.
Oh, that too.
Okay.
I say, write my bass line for me.
And when the stupid printer won't work. Other shit like that.
And I'm like, did you self clean?
No.
No.
But I think we probably all parasite also in deeper
that
ways.
is like a symbiotic relationship.
That's right.
Not necessarily a parasitic.
It could be two parasites
Well,
that are symbiotic.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, parasites can be symbiotic, Caitlin. It's like tapeworm. You get skinnier
Okay.
while they flourish.
They're happy and full. Thank you, sir.
It's like that episode of Futurama.
Which one?
The one where Fry's got
Oh, yeah.
parasites.
All right. Do we have any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
I'd like to watch it like 5 more times.
Yeah, I would like to see it again.
I'd like them to do an American remake with
Chris Evans?
Chris Evans and Charlize Theron and
I told Jill that in our Hotel de Luna recap that we're going to discuss a Western cast version of Hotel de Luna.
So be thinking about that.
Okay.
You have to watch it first.
He knows who the characters
I've
are.
seen every episode.
I'm just kidding. It was just there for me.
The little
Someone had to say it. He knows who the characters are.
very far for that one.
He
No, I
knows.
didn't.
He knows like the basis of it,
I'm just
not the
joshing.
specifics.
I know.
I'm just joshing with you.
You're all right.
You're all right.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd like to watch it like a handful more times and like
Well, we got to see that other one. What was it called?
Snowpiercer.
Snowpiercer.
And
then we'll do
I
a
really want to see Okja.
we'll do a Korean casting of Snowpiercer.
Okay. Then I can do that. And then we'll just pick from all the dramas we've seen. But I won't know how to say their names because I'm not very fluent.
We just have to go on Asian Wiki. Asian Wiki is a great resource.
You just say their character names though, like
Scholar Kim.
yeah, Scholar Kim will play this guy.
I can say Guchen Song.
Andrew and I noticed when we watch Hotel de Luna when he's paying attention that we never hear that we can never hear them say Manuel's name. Like I always hear Guchen Song.
It's because they say it like
it's because I don't.
English versions. They say Manrada or whatever.
I think that, or they're saying like boss, or they
Okay.
and they just like they'll say like Swanseng Nim or whatever. I think that, means, that actually means teacher, but I think the subtitles just say like Manuel.
And so every time I see that, like I never hear the name versus like Guchen Song. Like I always hear it clearly.
Yeah, like I don't know if you've noticed, but like on some subtitles that we've seen, there'll be like Hyung, blah 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 blah, and instead of putting Hyung, they'll put like the character's name.
Yeah.
Or like they didn't call him by his name; they called him Hyung, which means like big brother or whatever.
Yeah.
So
they started adding it though.
Manuel.
No, Hyung.
Oh, Hyung. Yeah, it really depends on who's making the subtitles. But that is kind of like a pet peeve of mine when I notice it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't
Like,
put
I want
her.
literal translations.
Well, yeah, because like they're not saying her name. Like they're saying her title,
Mm-hmm.
which is more proper. Like, because you don't really say a person's name unless you're like super close with them.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. It's just a little pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, maybe they're not catering it to like people that are trying to learn. They're just catering it to people who are just there for the story.
Just there
Yeah.
for the entertainment.
True.
Entertainment. I watch too much Drag Race, y'all. Entertainment.
Are you not entertained?
What else?
I think
Who
they
will
say
who will play him,
Manon.
Who will play him though?
How they gonna make it funny?
How they gonna make it funny?
How they
gonna
make
play him?
Parasite funny?
How they gonna make it funny?
What were we asking?
I don't know. Just final thoughts.
Oh.
See it again.
Mm-hmm.
See it in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's more for me to read from this
I
article.
feel like it was, I don't know, it left you feeling a little disheartened, sad.
Oh yeah, here's another article, or here's another quote from that Vulture article about the moment where I said the kid's not going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "It's quite cruel and sad, but I thought it was being real and honest with the audience. You know, and I know, we all know this kid isn't going to be able to buy that house. I just felt that frankness was right for the film, even though it's sad."
Yeah.
It did not have a positive message about class differences when it was over.
Mm-mm.
He said, "Oh, this is this is hard." He says, "It's not about telling you how to change the world or how you should act because something is bad, but rather showing you the terrible, explosive weight of reality. That's what I believe is the beauty of cinema."
The terrible, explosive weight of reality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well
what I
made.
really liked about it is it like just didn't follow like a traditional structure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It like I don't know how you write screenplays or anything, or if there's like a traditional structure that you do, but like in essays, like just regular essays that everyone writes, it's like the 3-paragraph essay. You have your intro, your 3 paragraphs, which is your body, and your conclusion.
The last one's where you say, "Well, gotta go,"
Basically.
and that
Nice
was
to meet you.
And that was my summer.
And that, I don't know, almost felt like maybe there's some structure that we kind of all count on when we see a movie,
Mm-hmm.
and that felt like it just didn't follow that. I couldn't identify the structure, but
Yeah.
it almost seems like it escalated in steps as the movie went on versus like slow beginning,
Mm-hmm.
big middle, conclusion.
Yeah.
And not every movie, but a lot of movies, most movies have that moment of like the climax, the issue, and then like everything's resolved. And there's like hope where you see the characters like doing okay, or you see, you know, whatever.
Or like you are resigned to the fact that there is like everyone's going to be sad, but at least they know
yeah.
like they're fucked or whatever.
Yeah, there's like some sort of a closure
Mm-hmm.
versus this where it's kind of just like, that's your life. That's it.
Because that is the harsh reality
Yeah.
of the world.
It felt like it was just a series of events that carried a good message. Not a good message, but a message.
Yeah.
A real message.
Yeah. Instead of just storytelling or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I didn't think it was so structurally unique, maybe a little bit, but I just didn't think it was going. I thought it was going to be about a rich family duping a poor family duping a rich family, but then it was about a man living under a house,
Mhm. Yeah.
and that was weird. That's why it was unexpected.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was definitely a parasite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was about him.
He was definitely.
I was right. It was about him.
Mhm.
He's a parasite.
It's like that movie Smart House.
I thought
He's a smart house.
I thought that-
That's on Disney Plus
Smart guy.
and Smart House.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yes.
They're both on Disney Plus. Hey, Disney.
I thought the old housekeeper was gonna come back and fucking like murder them all
Yeah.
in that scene. That's when I thought things were really gonna turn, because life was too good for them in that moment. And then like she comes knocking on the door and I'm like, this is fucking weird.
But then she ended up dying.
And I thought she was gonna like work her way in, and then when she was down in the basement, I thought she was gonna kill the mom. But no, this is my husband.
Yeah.
What would have happened if they would have ignored her and her husband would have just died in that
I mean,
bomb
I think
shelter?
I think it would have escalated her trying to get in because she knew that she was there.
Yeah.
She didn't know the whole family was there, but she knew that the new housekeeper was there.
Maybe the extended cut has that, where she's just like sneaking around trying to get in.
Cutting the surveillance
Mhm.
cameras.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's like a King of the Hill when that lady just wants to die in
Oh, yeah.
someone's house.
Oh, yeah.
God.
It'll only take a minute.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, great film. It's a lot to deal with, so keep that in mind
Mm-hmm.
when you go watch
You've
it.
hopefully already seen it, though.
Yeah, if you're listening to it,
Then what's your problem?
Yeah, you should have already watched it.
On the title, you should just put Alex says spoiler alert.
Okay.
Alex said, quotations, spoiler alert.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's it.
All right. So yeah, we already set it up at the top,
Yes, we
but
did.
follow us on the places.
Do the
Subscribe
things.
on the places. Review us on the places.
You can write Alex some fanfic where the son does make it.
Yeah.
Does get that.
Because now the
Some
movie's
positive
got a
fanfic.
completely different tone for me.
Really?
Like, no wonder you guys were so quiet in the car for a good while. I was like, guys, he made it.
It's okay. You're all sad. Why?
Basically.
He's gonna make it later.
Yeah. But now knowing he doesn't, like, man, that was a bad movie.
No,
He
he's not.
didn't make it.
He's not gonna make it. His dad's gonna have a hard time trying to get in and out of that house.
Mhm.
Living as a fugitive, eventually die. The mom will eventually die. The son probably has like fucking fucked up brain things from having his
Uh-huh.
head bashed in.
Mhm. He's got I said Joker disease.
He does have the
Mhm.
Joker disease. For those of you that have seen it,
I haven't.
spoiler. It's ruined.
Alex said spoiler.
It's ruined now. Sorry.
This just ain't your Hollywood happy ending.
No.
No.
Neither is the Joker though.
Neither's Joker.
And the Joker is also like about like class, sort of, in a way. And like,
It's almost like
Guys.
we're recognizing.
I mean, we're not giving anything away, yo.
Yeah, that's not.
We're just
that's
saying,
slower.
like, in terms of the theme, it delves into similar aspects in a weird sort of way.
It's almost like we're waking up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
But I think that's it.
I
All
guess you
right.
gotta see Joker.
I-
You really do.
I guess.
It's great.
Joker's good.
It's really fucking good. And it's another one that'll leave you quiet afterward.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Unless you're one of the weirdos who identifies with it.
Yeah. Again, follow us on social media and vote in our Hotel de Luna poll.
Happening now.
Yeah, happening right now. So go to our profiles and our website to participate. Again, your vote matters. Vote in this award,
Prestigious award.
and in your local elections. Why are you laughing? It's important.
It is
It
important.
is.
If more people voted, we wouldn't be in the situation that we're in
We
right
wouldn't
now.
have to make these movies about class.
Yeah. If
People
the poor
wouldn't.
people voted.
If the poor people just have some class.
Oh my god.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so vote. Vote for Hotel de Luna Awards and vote in your local elections. And also make sure you're subscribed to everything because we will most likely be having end of the year awards and we would like as much listener participation as possible.
How do you get to the voting for the Hotel de Luna?
I haven't set it up yet because this is coming up in like 2 weeks.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you.
It's okay. All right, so until next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye,
Are you
Alex.
gonna say bye?
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, Mama.